very good morning to all of you dear children, and a warm welcome to all of you after this lockdown. Yes, it's been a long time. It's like a home school for all of us, right? So learning online is very good in a way, but the thing is you don't see one another at school, you don't get to meet your friends. It's all, very virtual classes. I understand that, but let me introduce myself. I'm Mrs. Priscilla, and I will be your English teacher from this day onwards. Okay, hope all of you are doing well at home, and yes, stay home and stay safe. All right, so all of us are safe always, yes, and we always take care of ourselves, be it our clothing, be it our cleanliness, and everything, our surroundings around us. So children, today we would be learning a very interesting lesson, okay, for all of you. Yeah, you're all growing day after day and looking good, neat and clean. Yes, at home, very good. You're learning many things and you're very much attached with all your family members, right? So that's a good news. So today we would be learning a lesson which is called a lost button. Yes, what is it, children? A lost button. All of you turn your textbooks to page number 10. 10, that's the second lesson. A lost button. Okay, children? Button. Why do we use a button? This is class 3. You are in class 3 now. Very good. Congratulations on getting promoted. And you are doing the second lesson, a lost button. A lost button. Good. So what is lost, children, here? What is lost in this heading, the chapter heading, lesson heading? It says something is lost. What is that? A button is lost. What is a button, children? We do all have buttons or hooks and different types of buttons. There are varieties of buttons. I think I'll give this to you as an activity. Okay, you find out the different types of buttons. Yes, now you can't guess. Okay, I understand it's a little difficult. Okay, we all just fasten our buttons. What are buttons? Buttons are, things that are used for fastening our clothes. That means they keep our clothes tied together. They keep them closed. That means two pieces of cloth joined together. How do you join them? Using a button, a hook, and different types of button. Okay, so these buttons, they are used to fasten them with one piece of cloth to another. Okay, so that they are made into one piece, right? So buttons are there on our shirts, right? We also have fancy buttons, we have shanks, we have toggles, we have metal buttons, press buttons, and different types of buttons. So what is the problem here? Somebody has lost their button here. Okay, so buttons. Okay, there are different types of buttons. They are two-hole buttons, okay, buttons with two holes, or buttons with four holes. Okay, it is a round thing, right? It can have two holes or it can also have four holes here. Okay, what is the main objective and who is the author of this lesson? If we see the main objective of this lesson, the author, if you see, he is Arnold Lobel. Okay, who has written this lesson? Arnold Lobel. He has written this lesson. What is the meaning of this lesson? What is the main objective of this lesson is the relationship. Okay, the relationship, love and loyalty. Okay, I say one thing to you children. Mothers are like buttons because Without the button, the cloth, it looks open and it looks odd and ugly. You feel shy. Okay, people would laugh at us that there is something missing on your piece of cloth. So mothers are like buttons. Without mother, children cannot stay. They always cry, mama, mama, mama. And even mothers, okay, they say, when will my children come? I'm waiting for them. They are like buttons, cloth and a button. We are tied together. Without each other, we cannot be there. It cannot be made a whole. Okay, so the objective of this lesson is relationship, love and loyalty. Okay, without love, no one can survive in this world. We all need love. How much ever food we eat, okay, we cannot gain that strength. But if you give little food with great love, you get full energy and stamina, even if you drink water. If I give you with love a glass of water, it will give you instant energy. But I don't give you with love. I just bang it up, just put a glass of water on the table, or a big glass of sandew or some ice cream or chocolate. If I just put it on the table with a big bang and say, eat it, you don't get any energy, because I didn't give you with love. You don't feel like eating. You don't even, feel like looking at it. So the relationship, when I serve you, when I have a relationship with you, it gives us instant energy. Love and loyalty. You cannot be loyal without love. Without love, there's nothing in this world. Everything in this world is revolving around love. Okay? So life without love is lifeless. We are useless. So that's why we have relationships. We have love between one another, that is mother and father, mother, father and children, parents and children, teacher and children. Yes, grandparents, our relatives, our relations. We are all binded together with love. Okay, and we remain loyal. What is loyalty, children? Loyal means you should be very obedient, you should be respectful, you should value each other. Okay, upgrade each other, speak good of one another. Okay, no speaking bad, helping one another when they are in need, whether they are in need or whether they are not in need. If you find out that somebody is in trouble, and if you reach out to them and help them, that's a very good quality in you. Okay, to remain loyal to your friends, not breaking their trust. Okay, above all things, if you have love and if there is no trust between one another, that love also will break. Okay, so here in this lesson, there are a lot of things like sharing for one another, caring for one another, and helping one another. Okay, even whether they have asked for their help or not asked for their help, someone to help you in your times of trouble. Okay, someone to take care of, someone who is concerned about you, someone who is worried about you, someone who is anxious about you, someone who is ambitious about you, that you should grow in your life. So there's a huge lot of meaning and moral in this lesson, children. So never miss it. Okay, so let's go with the lesson, a lost button. So this is in the warm-up we see that somebody has lost their way. Okay, rabbit is lost, help him find the way back to his friends. He has two friends waiting outside, that is, three of them, that is a bear, teddy bear and a fox. So rabbit is missing, he lost his way. We need to help him find the way to reach his friends. Okay, this is all we need, and that is why we have a life to live. Okay, helping one another, sharing and caring for one another, building the relationships, good relationships, valuing each other's hard work. Your mama works too hard, your father works too hard throughout the day. For whom? Not for them. It's for you and you and you alone. You know, when you say, Mama, Papa, I want this, and if they are not able to give you something on time at that moment, it is not you who is feeling actually bad. They are feeling 10 times more bad than you, that they are not able to give you on time. But there is a reason when they say no to some things. So always value your mother and father, and you will never get back that time which you have lost. So this is a very good time with your parents, your relatives, whoever is there. Any help, children, any help that is possible to you and you can help anyone, please reach out your hand to help one another. Even if they ask or even if they do not ask, if you notice that someone needs your help, please do help them. Okay, so this is the lesson. There's a warm up here. We need to help the rabbit find its way. Shall we all get started, children? Yes. So this is a lesson between just two good friends, and also an visitor friend. Okay, let's see who that visitor friend is and who these friends are. All right, let's get into the lesson and let's journey with them. Wherever they are walking, we will also walk with them and listen to their conversation. Okay, shall we go? Good. Toad and Frog went for a long walk. Okay, who are the two friends here? Toad and Frog. What is this toad and what is a frog? Do you know the difference, children? What is the difference between a toad and a frog? No? This is your science lesson to ask this question, but I'll tell you the difference. What is the difference between a toad and a frog? Children, to have good knowledge of everything is very important. You should not say this is not related to English, this is not related to science or maths, because English is a language that connects all the other languages. For example, if you need to do your maths also, you need to know English. That will help you understand the instructions. If you don't know English, it's very hard. So learning English, knowing different things, what are these buttons, why do we need buttons, what are the different types of buttons, what is this relationship, what is this love you're talking about, what is the loyalty, why should we be loyal to anybody, okay? So, and what are the different differences? Now we will go into the differences with the frog and the toad. What are the differences that we notice between a frog and a toad? A toad, it is usually brown in color. Okay, frogs are usually less brown and more of green. They are less brown, very light brown, and they are mostly green in color. Okay, these are very dry and bumpy skin and rough skin, whereas frogs have very moist and smooth skin. Why is their skin always smooth, or why do they have to always keep their skin moist? Why do they have to always moisturize their skin or moist their skin, keep their skin moist? Is they live in the wet areas, okay, to keep their skin moist, because they breathe also with the skin. Okay, they have lungs also, but they also breathe with the skin. This can live both on land and in water. Hence, a frog is known as an amphibian. A-M-P-H-I-B-I-A-N, amphibian. Amphibians means they can live both on land and in water. They can live both on land and in water. Okay, whereas this usually is a dry living creature. creature, okay, and it lives almost in swampy places. Swampy means not very wet or not very dry areas, and they usually under the stones. And they live in the grassy areas. Okay, they live in grassy areas. Okay, so this is enough, children. Okay, you did not go into depth. These are the small differences between a frog and a toad. A toad is usually large. Frog has a very narrow body. Okay, but frog is very bulky, very fat. Okay, fat. Usually they have very rough skin. Frogs have smooth and moist skin. That means very wet skin. You can see them, they are wet because they have to breathe, okay, with the skin. So toad and frog, these are the differences I have mentioned about toad and frog. So what were they doing, children, and where were they? So toad and frog went for a long walk. They walked across a large field, okay. They walked in the woods. What are woods? Woods are, it is a land which are full of trees, okay. Woods are the areas that are full of trees, okay. They have been to woods. Woods are, it is a land full of trees, okay. It is more or less like a small forest. We can say it is like a small forest, okay. These are the woods. So first, where were they, children? They were in the large field. In the large field. They were in the large field, and then they moved into the woods, and then they walked along the river. Okay? They walked along the river. Okay, you need to remember, that's what I'm making sure you remember that. Okay, and then they came to Toad's house. Okay, they came to Toad's house. This is the last place. Okay, so these are the 4 places they had traveled. So Toad and Frog, first they walked into the large field, then woods and along the river, and Toad's house is the last. Oh dear, said Toad, not only do my feet hurt, but I have also lost one of the buttons on my jacket. Okay, so here Toad says something to the frog. Oh dear, said Toad, not only do my feet hurt, but I have also lost one of the buttons on my jacket. Oh, this is a very sorry thing. He lost something, that is his button on the jacket. You can see here on the picture, he is showing that one of his buttons. Yes, you can see here one of his buttons is lost. Okay, so Toad and Frog, they went along for a long walk. They walked across a large field. They walked in the woods. They walked along the river. At last they came to Toad's house. Oh dear, said Toad, not only do my feet hurt, but I have also lost one of the buttons on my jacket. Okay, don't worry, said Frog. We'll go back to all the places where we walked. We will find your button soon. So he is giving a guarantee. The frog is giving a guarantee to the toad, telling that, don't worry, my dear, you will surely find your button. They walked back to the large field. They began to look for the button in the tall grass. So we see them that they have been searching for the button along the tall grass in the large field. Here's your button, cried Frog. That's not my button, said Toad. That button is black. My button is white. So here Toad is very, very honest. So Toad is telling that my button is actually white, but the button which you found is black. That's not my button. A sparrow flew down near Toad and Frog. "Excuse me," said the sparrow. "Did you lose a button? I found one." So this is the visitor friend. Actually, though it is not involved, the sparrow is very much concerned with the two of them, that they were in trouble looking for something, and sparrow himself came to find out what they were looking for.